My name is Josh Dooley, and my business is Perfection Home Services, LLC. I've been in the area for 20 years. I've been painting for 24 years now. I moved here, oh gosh, years ago. My dad had emphysema, so I moved up here from Florida to take care of him the best I could anyway. In Florida, I've worked on several $1 million homes, but I've painted everything from $1 million homes to little dog houses, honestly. I mean, there's nothing I haven't done, really. I don't want to say any names, but sure. I did a senator's house. I've done big oil companies, owners' houses and stuff like that. So that when they're rooted in the community, that's my biggest, like the family, when it's rooted in the community and done a lot for the community, that's what I like the most. The harder the project, the better for me. I love the challenge, I do, because I like taking something that someone thinks is impossible and turning it into possible, you know. I think the biggest thing is the transformation when I'm done. People just, they love the transformation. That's the biggest, that's what I like the most out of everything. When I started, that was how I was taught. My Uncle Joe, he passed away now, he taught me how to paint, and that was his biggest thing is the look on the customer's face, the excitement that they get, and he said that's what you look for, not the check. It's the transformation that counts, and he's right. It really is. When you look at it through that aspect, through those eyes, through that lens, I just think there's too many people chasing checks nowadays, and they forget their customers' names. They forget. For me, it's relationship driven, not cash driven, not finance driven. When you base your job off of relationships, I'm painting your house like I would my mom's or my brother's or someone of my family or close friend. That's you just get an all-around better job because I'm concentrating, with laser focus, and I feel like that's why relationships are so important to me, because it keeps me and my guys, you know, nose to the grindstone and doing a good job. For me and the guys, my team that works for me, they feel the same way. It's about growth, and I believe when a customer sees the way we operate and sees how we treat each other and of course then treat them, the customer, like gold, I believe they walk away, or we walk away, because you know they live there. We walk away with them thankful. Yeah, I think that's the most rewarding for us all. Everybody walks away happy. It's hard to find a contractor. It's hard to find a good contractor anymore. The best advice I could give someone in that position would to do your research, and it's more than just your reviews. Speak to your community, Chamber of Commerce or something like that. If not, give me a call. I have a list of questions you should ask us, or you know, a contractor, because it's hard. It's hard to, especially if you don't know the trade, you don't know anything about it. There's so many different ways that customers get, you know, burnt, if you will, and I don't want to see that happen by anyone. That's important to me. My community is important to me, so everyone that's in my community matters. So I would recommend that they do their research, know their paint, know their products, know their contractors, take referrals from friends or relatives, people that they trust. Absolutely. So there's certain aspects to painting that only my trade would know. There's certain tools that they would know, and if there's a certain way a contractor should carry themselves. If someone walks in your home and claim to have been painting for 25 years, but they don't have a drop of paint on their brush, for instance. Or if a contractor walks in your home and their tools look completely disarrayed, just completely messy, the brushes are frayed out, and there's certain things to look for that could determine their expertise, how long they've been doing it, and that's what the questionnaire is. It's more of like a guide that tells you what to look for and what to look out for. I would hope that people would remember me because I'm all about personal growth. My values, I need people to know my values. I want to walk away with people thinking he's a good person. To me, you have to build trust in order to get that. It's not something that happens overnight. I understand that. But I think it'll happen pretty quick with me. I'm big on my values and personal growth. So I don't think and I've worked for a lot of contractors throughout the years, and there's some good ones out there, to be honest with you, but their value, when they leave the job, they don't remember you. They don't, they just don't have the values that I do. They don't care at the level that I do. That's how I feel. Sorry, contractors, but I want them to know that I care about their job, not their check. Well, a lot of people, they ask for checks up front, and they never show up. There's a way to avoid that. Like, if you trust a contractor to get the material, you write them out a check for the material, or you pay them cash. That's the worst thing you could do. And make sure that they have all their tools there. Make sure you have reference, like you can contact them, and again, they have to be refillable. Make sure they're refillable. Too many times, and life happens. I get that, like especially with what's going on now in the world, if they might get sick, they might have COVID, but communication. A good contractor should communicate regularly, daily, and email once a week or so, and make sure that you're on the same page every step of the way. So you could contact me on my Facebook, my phone number, email address, and yeah, I do free estimates, absolutely. And that's something else. If someone wants to charge you for an estimate, then you ought not call them back. So they call me, and I come out and give them the estimate, and I walk them through step by step of the height, the width of their house, the difficult level. By the time I leave, they'll have a newfound knowledge on painting and how it should be done. It just depends on the house, the size, and the angles. But most of the time, the customers, when I leave, they have a newfound understanding. About the personal growth, and every day I strive for that perfect mark. That's why the name Perfection Home Services, and I believe in that evolution. The customers just get a better job, and I think people would rather trust someone to do their job that's trying to grow as a human being every day, better today than I was yesterday. It's always a work in progress, yeah, for all of us, it is.